Post-game press conference of Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals between the Peterborough Petes and the North Bay Battalion, where the Petes now lead 2-1. Joining us now is Battalion head coach Ryan Olahan and goaltender Dom DiVincentis. Coach, obviously not the result you were looking for tonight, but a hard-fought game, a great third period. Knowing now that you play back-to-back games tomorrow, what changes heading into tomorrow night?
Well, yeah, a tough happened pretty quickly there in the third period, the change of events. I thought Peterborough, give them a lot of credit. They played a really good hockey game. And again, you're witnessing two elite teams going at it. It's space, especially in this rink, is at a premium. Holy cow. So, quick turnaround tomorrow, which I think is good. Oftentimes as athletes and what we're in is you want to get right back at it and try to redeem yourself. So situations we've been in before, and we just got to find a way to bounce back tomorrow.
Dom, stepping away from tonight's game, you were recently awarded the OHL Goaltender of the Year. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge honor to be one of many goaltenders, awarded that award. It's such a prestigious award. So for my name to be put under many fantastic other goaltenders in this hockey league, it's truly an honor.
We're now going to open up the floor to any questions.
Okay, Ryan, Mike Davies from the Peterborough Examiner. It seemed like you guys were in pretty good shape there early in the third period. Where did you see the game sort of turn?
Well, I think it's very similar to what we've seen here in this series so far. It seems like the team that's a little bit behind going in, or it makes that push. We did that to them in Game 1 of the series, and similar thing here today. They were behind, and they came out, with a huge push. We just couldn't seem to sustain enough in the offensive zone, I felt, and kind of kept giving them some life. And again, give them credit. They found a way, and it was bang pretty quickly there.
It wasn't the only factor in the game, but that 5-minute penalty where you were unable to take advantage. Just talk about how that affected the game or may have shifted the game.
No, you're right. That's an area where you got to take advantage, right? That's an area where you can really take control and really, turn tides there a little bit. We got some looks on that power play, but ultimately, it wasn't enough. And both teams, I give both teams credit right now. Obviously, the penalty kills have been the strength of both teams, along with goaltending. And, we just got to find a way to get one or two on that area.
And Dom, just one for you. On that final goal of the game, what happened on that? What did you see? And were you sort of screened on the play?
Yeah, it's tough. It's part of hockey. It was a deflection. Good goal for them. They put it on net, and stuff happens in hockey. So I think the best thing is tomorrow we have a new game, new day, and we bounce back tomorrow stronger.
Coach, you've had strong support at home. Now as you shift over to being a road team, does anything change for you and the guys as far as any sort of strategy changes when you're the road team trying to get the crowd out of it, as opposed to when you're at home you're trying to get the momentum from the crowd?
Well, another great building here. It's great to see this thing packed and raring, and the crowd was awesome. I think more importantly than anything, this is a unique building in the league. Just the way, a lot of people have probably heard it, but the boards are unique here, and just the way the line changes are, the benches are across. So there's some adjustments that we need to make, and it's hard to do it, your first game. You look, Peterborough's been a really good team at home in the playoffs for the reason. They know how to play here. So we got a little bit of getting our feet wet a little bit here, and knowing, what's to be expected here, especially going into tomorrow.
And one for Dom, you see Michael Simpson at the other end. Just can you talk about the goaltending matchup in the series? Two of the best goaltenders in the Ontario Hockey League going at it and going toe for toe, with big save after big save. Can you just talk about, that matchup and you welcoming that going up against another great goaltender?
Yeah, that's something we knew we were getting ourselves into coming into the series. Like Ryan said, they're a fantastic team. So obviously we knew what we were getting ourselves into with this goaltending matchup. And I think at the end of the day, it's two very good hockey teams going at it, and let alone the goaltending. I think he's been playing fantastic himself. So, like I said, tomorrow's a new day. We bounce back tomorrow.
Ryan, David Rui from PBO Canada. You guys have had excellent success against the Peterborough Petes during the regular season. Of course, not the series that you have wanted to go into so far. What can you use from the regular season to hopefully have a better outcome against the Petes in the playoffs?
Well, unfortunately, they had a lot different roster in a few of those games. We played each other, I believe, once there in March, and it was exactly what we're seeing here in the series. A tight contest. It was back and forth. I believe we had to score late to win on that night. It's literally continued on from that game into this entire series. So, you just got to find a way to earn your breaks. You need those to go your way and just score one more than them. I mean, that's the biggest thing. I think both teams now, you're game 3 into it, going into game 4. You know exactly the blueprint. You know what they're trying to do, what we're trying to do. It's all about execution and finding that extra one.
And Dom, for you, the Petes, they shot 43 times at you, so you know that this team can definitely throw pucks at the net there. So after tonight's game, what do you have to do to kind of get yourselves back to into it, especially with the quick turnaround having to play tomorrow?
I'd say the same thing. Nothing should change night by night. Obviously, going into this game, I knew they were a great hockey team. So, again, tomorrow's a new night, new day, and we get to play them again tomorrow. So hopefully it's a different outcome, and something we've been doing all season long. So it should be good that we have a quick turnaround.
Just a question for you, Ryan. The difference in intensity from rounds 1, 2 to 3, how's that ramped up for your group?
Significantly, for sure. And I think the other side would say the same thing. When you get to this moment, you're big, strong, physical hockey teams. Just the way that the game is played out, it's very back and forth. It's very space of premium. You get your team really dialed in and bought in at this time of year, and they have the same thing. So that elevation, it really comes down to those, winning that extra battle or getting that extra break. I mean, that's the biggest thing. So it's a lot of fun right now. I mean, this is awesome, witnessing 2 extremely good hockey teams going toe-to-toe.
And one last thing, how would you describe the mood for the group as they left the ice and went to the room after the game?
Well, I think our group's pretty mature. I don't have to address them after this game. We'll regroup, have a good sleep tonight. We'll have a meeting tomorrow morning, and away we go.
Joining us now is Pete's head coach, Rob Wilson, and Sam Maillet. Coach, a strong third period for your team tonight. You came back and got the win. How does it feel to now have the series advantage on home ice heading into tomorrow night?
Yeah, I mean, it's really important, obviously. That was a hard-fought game for both teams, as we knew they would be. I thought we had a lot of momentum, especially in the first 30 minutes. We couldn't get the second, and then, they get 2 quick ones. But we really rallied, and we had a great third. We continued on the way we were playing in the first 30, and we had a huge third period, and it was a battle, though. They're a real good team. It was a real battle.
Sam, you scored the game winner tonight, your first goal of the postseason. What was it like to feel the support of the crowd out there tonight?
Obviously, it feels good, but it's a team effort. We got the puck deep, and Jax had a good forecheck and got it to me, and I got a quick shot on net. So obviously, it feels good. The crowd was loud, and the crowd was always on our side, so it felt really good.
We're now going to open up questions to the floor.
Rob, can you talk about what you sort of had to overcome tonight? You had 3 goals called back on you. You had a 5-minute penalty to get through. You lost 3 players during the course of the game. Just put that into words.
Well, I always talk about adversity. And, we brought a lot of players in, so we had a lot of challenges during the year. And I'm always a believer that when you have challenges during the year, you can overcome things in playoffs. And, we definitely had challenges, and you saw tonight that we can overcome things, and we've been doing it all playoffs. And it was a really important third period for us, but we were quite pleased as we walked into the dressing room for in the second intermission. The players were all up and felt we were going to win the game. So it was there was nobody sitting there thinking anything other than we're going to go out and have a great third and go win the game. So that tells me that the adversity we went through earlier in the year and all those challenges that we had to battle through ends up, coming good for you at this time of the year.
Maybe the same question for Sam, just about what maybe you learned about as a team about yourselves as you went through that tonight to overcome all that.
Honestly, this year we went through a lot of ups and downs, and we got 2 quick one on us, so we can't get too down. So when we got back in the room, we just settled down, kept our calm, and we know when we went to the third period, it was going to be ours, and played our all third period. We got some good shots, some good blocks, and we got 2 goals to win the game.
And Rob, last for me, can you update the Melly and McCoy? I'm not really sure what happened to McCoy, and just talk about the impact of potentially losing 2 to 3 players now moving forward for the next game.
McCoy's fine. We were pushing for goals, and Donald's one of the best shutdown D. So McCoy's fine. He'll be playing tomorrow. And Mile, I haven't heard yet. The only thing I know is like you. I haven't even talked to our medical staff yet, so I have no idea what's going on. The only thing I heard was he's done for the rest of the night. That's all I heard. So I can't even comment on that at all. I don't even know what it is.
We know, though, that we're going to lose Stillman potentially to a suspension here and maybe Millie, so, the challenge that presents.
Well, we've been working real hard with some of our younger guys that have been, getting work. They got skated today, so they're ready to go. And we got Chase Lefebvre, who has been a real good player for us, and I think is going to be an unbelievable player in the future too. So got great speed. He'll be coming in the lineup, and we'll see from there. It's fine, whatever. It's playoffs. These things are going to happen, and everybody's going to have a knock here or there. And some games you're going to miss a guy, like we missed Avery for the one game, and back tonight gets a tying goal, and he's fine. And you're going to have little knocks, right? And as a coach, you got to decide what game it is that you put them in and take them out, and what game that you've got to make that critical decision at times. And we did that with Hazy up there in North Bay in Game 2, and he comes back tonight, and he was a monster for us. So we'll see. When I get all the medical reports, Mike, I'll have a better idea. But I think we're not too banged up.
For Coach, just how satisfying was that after North Bay gets the late game-winning goal in Game 2 for you guys to come back and do it in Game 3 in front of, you talked about how excited you were coming back to Peterborough for, having that raucous crowd. Just thoughts on if they gave you a little bit more juice there and able to, you guys, turn the tides this time with a late game-winning goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's been so much fun, and I've said this to our players. I played it many, many years ago, and this city, and I'll keep saying it, is a hockey town, and they love hockey, and this crowd's been outstanding for us, and they were so loud tonight, and there was such a boost. Sometimes I wish they were a little quieter because they can't hear me on the bench, but that's okay. I'll overcome it. I'm loud enough, I think, so they get the message anyways. But right, Sam? Oh yeah. So but you know what? I think we're very lucky and very fortunate, and we're loving playing here, and the fans are loving the games. And right now, it was a huge boost, and they were behind us the whole third. And it's like, you talk about that seventh man. Everybody, wants to have that feeling, and we have it, and it's been great.
And Sam, going up against a high-powered offense, so many great players. You guys kill off that 5-minute power play that you don't give them anything. Just what does that challenge present, and how were you guys able to kind of shut those guys down on such an important 5-minute power play and really generate some momentum from that and able to come back and win the game?
Obviously, killing a 5-minute power play gives us a lot of momentum, so we're fine after. But guys like Cam Govro got some blocks, Spearing got some blocks, Simmer made some great saves, so we just built momentum off of it, and we got some good clears when we needed them, and we killed a big power play for them.
Sam, is that the biggest goal you've ever scored?
Yeah, so far, yeah.
Just tell me what that felt like to score in that moment in the game.
Yeah, it just feels good. 2 minutes left, and just you got to take those chances, and I shot the puck and went in. Just feels good, and it's a team effort. Like I said earlier, got the puck deep, and Jack's beat this guy to the puck, and he passed it to me in the slot and took a chance, and it went in.
Can you explain the 1% on your chest? No, the rest of your teammates are wearing that, but if you guys want, could you share that with us?
Just means you get 1% better every day. You come to the rink, you work 1% harder every day, and to our goal is to winning a championship. So just 1% better every day.
And Rob, has it been hard for you to keep the team measured at all throughout this playoff run so far in terms of getting too high or too low, or are they nailing that already?
You know what? Yeah, I've been around the game a long time, so you got to take that experience of when you have to build them up and when you have to, let them know that something's not good enough or whatever the situation is. But they've been, we got an older group and they've been pretty level in the playoffs, and we haven't felt too many ups or downs, if I'm being honest. I think when the series is over, then you have an up or a down. But right now we know that every game is going to be a battle, just like there was against Ottawa. Sudbury wasn't easy either, so we know how difficult. And North Bay's, like I said, one of the best teams in junior hockey. So this is as tough as it gets. I just like to give Sam a little plug because nothing's come easy for Sam. He comes in the U18 draft and comes to camp, works hard, and yeah, he scores a big goal tonight, but he's been one of our best players all year, and I was real happy for him.
Rob, clearly that third period was definitely yours and the Pete's, but after you scored that second goal, you had 2 disallowed goals. Was there something that you had to do for the team to kind of keep them composed and keep them focused on trying to win the game?
I just kept saying to them over and over and over, just keep up the pressure. Keep up the pressure. It's coming. It's coming. So, you know what? We felt it was coming, and you have those feelings as a coach on the bench, whether you're going to give one up and whether you're going to get one. And I had the feeling we were going to get it. So I just kept saying, just stick to the game plan. Don't change a thing. The process is working, and I felt the goal was coming.
Rob, you guys are undefeated here at home during the playoffs. Does the atmosphere, the fans, have something to do with this to kind of pump up the team?
Well, absolutely. I mean, it's always great playing at home, right? Everyone loves playing at home. So we're very fortunate, and we know it, and we love it, and we love this old barn. And once you get here and you play here, you fall in love with it. So it's one of those situations, and you get the crowd that's been just, like I said, unbelievable for us. So it's been great.
And Sam, you finally got that first goal of the playoffs off your back. What can we expect of you moving forward here in the playoffs?
It's the same game. I think I've been playing good in playoffs so far. I got to keep playing good defensively and getting pucks out. And I got to keep being physical. And when those chances are going to happen, I just got to shoot it on net, and hopefully the best comes out of it.
Sam, Coach, thank you. We'll be back in Peterborough tomorrow night for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.